Today we are going to continue to our talk about. Hello, hi Melody, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Okay, today we are going to continue our talk about uh, data processing, data creation. Okay, data creation using Python. Okay, so what we have learned so far, what I have covered so far is that from a text file, right? We actually read in by file processing. Okay, that's the first lecture we talk about when we do file operation. And then next one, we talk about regular expression to process the data to read into object. So last time we talked about using Java to process it. Okay, and this time we are going to talk about using Python to create processing for objects. Okay, also for dictionary. And then from there, we will convert back to JSON file. It's a JavaScript object notation. Okay, and this one can be used for JavaScript. Okay, so we are trying to connect it that way. So today our topic will be this one: Python object-oriented programming, dictionary, JSON, and go back to JavaScript. Okay, so this will actually give you a whole idea of starting from a text file to file processing to regular expression to database, go back to the website. Okay, so that's what we are trying to do right now, and I'll get started for this portion. Okay.
Okay.
Last week, actually, let me show you last week what we had last week. Last week we have this one. We have this file processing using Java. Okay, so using Java, we have a data field, several different fields. We have a constructor, big constructor, and then we have toString function for that object. Okay, so we read the data from a file called containment food table, and then we read data field by data field, read into it. Okay, and we use a splitter to split it, and then we actually read in the table and then put into the whole object. Okay, and print out the object. Okay, that's what we did last time. And totally we operate many different objects. Okay, totally how many I forget, maybe 20 something object. Okay, so today we are going to do this. Okay, to work on it. But before we actually operate those data, let's look into the object-oriented programming in Python. Okay, how object will be created in Python. Okay, so this time I'm going to use this one called PyCharm. So if you are not familiar with PyCharm, the PyCharm can be get from it's called JBrain. Okay, so you can try to find Google. And here you say PyCharm, and then you do PyCharm download, okay? Something like that. You should be able to download it. And there's a download of PyCharm. And you choose this community version, it will be free, okay? You choose this community version, it will be free for PyCharm. And your local Python, I believe, have been qualified, so it's not a problem. You should be able to download it and use it. Okay, so here, let me do one thing. Let me actually close the project. Okay, and I'm going to close the project. Oh, okay, it's gone. Let me try again. Then I create a new project. Okay. So starting from using this PyCharm. Okay. So here you have to choose a directory to create that PyCharm. So here, let me see. Here, no, that shouldn't be here. I should go to my this web design course, and then to dev to chapter 4, file processing Python, okay? Put in over here. Let me actually, over here, I can create a subdirectory. So here, I can create a new folder, okay? So let's do OOP object, okay? It's an OOP object under this file processing. So here, I click OK. And then there's an interpreter Python 3.6, so that's okay. I do create, okay? You will use that one. And here under OOP, I can actually create a new project. So right click, I can do right click, new, don't do file, do Python file, okay? So do Python file right here. Let's try to create something called compress class, okay? So compress, Python compress, okay? Let's look at the compress number for a class, okay? So here we have a file called compress. So it's similar to your Java object file. We call it a module. Okay, so here we have this compress number, compress file. So let's declare something called class, and this class I call it compress. Okay, and colon. Okay, so that create a class. And without doing anything, you can do pass. Okay, pass means doing nothing, no operation. Okay, and here you can do a define function, main function, okay, and you could also do pass, okay, and then here you do if underline name underline equals double quote underline name underline, okay, colon, you do main function, okay. So this one actually is the basic structure for Python program, okay. So what will be in here is, this one is somewhat like your starting point. So when you do Java, you run main function and run. You will run this main function and you will go to here, right? So this main function is somewhat like your public static void main, blah, 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 those kind of stuff. It's something like this, okay? So let's just try this portion, okay? Just try this portion. It's pretty simple program. And there's no semicolon, okay? So here we do this one, hello, or, okay? And then that's run. We can do run. Here you have a run, and do run, okay? And then compress class, yes, run this one. And the whole program will be run. And the result is over here. It print out hello world. So this one is effectively the same as your public static void main. Is that okay? Hi, Melody, are you okay?
Yeah.
Not too hard, okay? This portion we haven't touched it, so it's easy to use this. If you don't know how to use this PyCharm or you haven't downloaded, it's okay. You can use your idle to do it, okay? So this one is not a problem. So we have this one as a main program. So now here we have a class. A class, we need to have data field. We need to have a constructor. So first, let's talk about constructor, okay? The data field for Python is very weird, so don't worry about it. First, constructor. Constructor is called init function, okay? So you should do underline init. Okay, that's actually your main function, and it give you self. So this guy's self is somewhat like what? Here I should also give it a underline here. Okay, this one is this one. So that's actually is a constructor. So this one is a constructor. Command line is here, and here is the constructor. So that's a constructor. This self actually means what? It's a function, and you have a self. This self is a reference variable, and self really means this in Java. Okay, it's the same as this. Okay, So your data field here, don't use, it's different from Java. So Java, actually you should do this one, double real number, right? And then double imaginary, right? We don't do that here, okay? We don't do that in Python. So here we have a data field. So we do self.real equals R, okay? And then we do, no, that's not range, actually generate for us. So here you need to have a R and have a I, okay? I imaginary, R is real number. So self.ing, imaginary number, you put I in there. So this create two data fields. So these two data fields, you have real part, okay? And you have imaginary part. So these two parts become your data field for a complex number, right? So this actually really is your A plus BI, okay? A plus BI. So this is I, okay, to imaginary part, real part, okay? So actually that's clear it. So that's your constructor. And this two actually is the way you set up the data field. So it's different from Python, Java. Java, you do need to create data field over here, something like this. We don't need to declare this. No, you just really self that something in your constructor. That's good enough. And the constructor has a uniform name, no other name, just called init. Okay, so this one actually is a constructor. So next one, we can have define get real. Okay, you also give you a self function, and here we do return real, and return real won't get a real. You should have to code it return self.real. Okay, then that's the real part. Define get imaginary. Okay, here you have return ing. Oh, you don't have ing. You have to do self.ing. Okay, and then define toString. They don't have toString. The function is called repr. Okay, underline. This one. This one, how to remember this name? It's quite weird name called repr, right? So remember this one is actually similar to toString function. Okay. And it actually is called, this one actually is called reprint. Okay, it's reprint. Okay. So this one is called reprint. So you need to do return. Okay. Here, let's do formatted string. So formatted string here, this one we do real, comma, imaginary. Okay, but you cannot do it. You have to do self dot for data field. Okay, so self dot. Okay, real. So two number, we get these two, and then you put into percentage f, comma, percentage f. Okay, and you want to create them as a complex number. So let's do this one. Okay. So that will give you a format of the will give you a format of complex number toString function. Okay. And this one actually, when you have underline this function, in Python we call it magic functions. So Python has a bunch of magic functions, or done this one called thunder function or magic function. Okay, so this one actually underline init is the standard. Is a standard what? It actually is a standard constructor. REPR reprint is the toString function. LEN is the length function. ADD is add function. Okay, so here we have bunch of different magic function that has a default name, okay? So actually, let's just do it up to here, okay? Let's try to do it so you will know what it is, okay? So here, let's do this one. Because we already have an IEPR, so here, let's do this one. We have a complex number C1 equals complex. So there's no new, okay? No new function. You don't do new. So here's 3 and 4, okay? We create a complex number and we directly do print C1, okay? And that's actually delete this guy, okay? So this one directly print C1. C1 would go to run this reprint function. So that's the toString function you have. So let's run this guy. So you just print now this one. Is that okay? So here, let me change to 6.2. F 6.2. Let's delete the 6. Okay, just have the decimal point. Then it will be more compact. Okay. Any question up to here? Let me see. Hi, Julia, how are you? So this one is to create a complex class. Hi, Julia, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so here this one underline init underline is called constructor. Okay, and if you want to have a this one called instance variable. Okay, instance variable is similar to here. You have this kind of same. You call it instance variable. Okay, you actually do self. Okay, in the whole class you need to do self, and then you create something and you print out. So toString function is this one called REPR. Okay, so how about the equal function? Equals function. Equal function in Python, we call it underline EQ. So we do have a underline EQ function. Okay, it actually is underline EQ function. So you can give you the equals. Okay, so you will need a other object. Okay, there is no data type. You need to have the other object. So here, let's do equals. And we do return what? A self that real equals other that real. Okay, and self that ing equals other that ing. Okay, here in the equal function here, I need to do other. Okay, but there is no data type. Okay, in Python we don't need to have a data type. So here, let's do this one. We have C2 equals complex. Okay, 2 and 5. We have C3 equals complex. Okay, 3 and 4. Okay, so actually C1, C2 are different. C1, C3 are the same. So here, let's do this one. Print C1 double equals sign C2. Okay, print C1 double equals sign C3. Okay, so here, as you can see, Python is easier to use equality check. Okay, Python just use that equals underline equal. Underline equal will override. It will override what? It will override this guy. Okay, so your double equal sign will run this equals function. So let's do it. Okay, let's just do it. So C1 and C2 are false, C1 and C3 are true. Is that okay? So I give you a class with get real, get imaginary, equal signs, and reprint. and that's the class design. Is that simple? It is much simpler than Java, right? Yeah, so it's much simpler. And then here, let's do another one called DEF underline ADD, okay? And then let's do self, and actually let's do other, okay? So here we would do what? We would do return. Let me see, okay? Let me see. There are 3 different kind of the ADD, okay? So let's try this one. Underline ADD, okay? So there's one ADD called magic function, so let's modify the ADD function, okay? There are 3 kind of ADD, okay? Don't worry. So you have, here we have ADD A.ADDB. So that one actually, which means that we control without sum of 2 objects by modifying this one. Okay, so let's see, day 1 plus day 2. You will get this one underline ADD. So here, let's do this one. You should return self. Let me see. You should return a complex number. Okay, and that one should have self that real plus other that real, comma, self that imaginary plus other that imaginary. Okay, and then go back to here again. I'm going to print my C1 plus C2. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, C1 plus C2. Let's actually call it C4 equals C1 plus C2. Okay, it should be able to be printed directly, but that's me actually print out C4. So give you a better idea that this plus sign been overridden by the ADD. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 2 plus 2, 3 equals 5. 4 plus 5, you actually do becomes 9, right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
And then there are some other ADD function. Another one is called RADD. What's RADD? Okay, what's RADD? RADD, actually there's a R sub and RADD. So here you have some object plus 4. That's actually ADD. Okay, and you will also have RADD. Okay, RADD will be 4 plus something. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay, so here let's do RADD. Okay. What does this mean? This one underline here. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's do C5 equals 4 plus C1. Okay, print my C5. Okay, let's do this one. Is that okay? What does that really mean? RADD means like right? RADD means that other plus right side complex number. So here left side actually is a regular integer or floating point number, right? Left side. Right side is your complex number. Is that okay? Is this interesting? I think it's much easier to use than Java, right? Is that okay? How about, is there a LADD? Let's try, okay? If there is a LADD. There's a RADD. Let me try. Okay, there's another one. There's a IADD. Okay, there's a IADD. Let's see. So let's see. Is there a RADD, IADD? Okay, let's do IADD. Okay, let's do IADD. Okay. Okay. This one actually is not. Let me see. C1 plus equals C2. C2 is that. Okay, so this one actually fail. Okay, IADD. Let me see. Override IADD. Let me look at it. Okay, so plus equal. So here, plus equal other number. Okay. Oh, you need to return it. I mean, I'm sorry. You need to return self. Okay, I'm sorry. So here you actually, you do need a return. Okay, but return self. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, it's okay. So you need to return self, but that is additive. So this is Python. Actually, there's a lot of function to be used. Okay, but somehow it's very complicated. Okay, right here I just use ADD. I haven't finished addition yet. Right, I actually haven't finished addition yet. I still have left hand side ADD to be added. So only ADD. I probably need to write 5 type different ADD. Subtraction SUB also 5 type. And then multiplication also use 5 types. Okay, it's quite many of them. So today I'm not going to show you everything about it, but just tells you the magic function. Power of the magic function in Python is much bigger than Java. Okay, so it actually, magic function is to override the operators. Okay, to override operators. But how about, I mean, how about if I need to have some class variable constants? How can I do it? So here you actually should do pi. Okay. Okay. So this one is called class variable. Or you call it static variable. Okay, call it static variable is better. Okay, this name is better because class variable and the static variable in Python actually mean different things. And here it really means static variable, not actually class variable. Class variable has another name, CLS. This one actually has another name called CLS. But we don't discuss the class variable here. We just discuss the class variable here. So here we may need to do define get angle, right? What is get angle? You actually have you will have your real and your imaginary, right? And you should have an angle theta over here, right? So how to get that angle, right? So we should have something called here. Let's define the angle as such, okay? So here we should do yourself that imaginary divided by yourself that real. I'm sorry, not like that. Okay, you should do mesh that sqrt. Okay, square root. So here I need to import mesh class. Okay, and you should do self.real power 2, okay, plus self.imaginary power 2, okay. So it's actually a square root of real power and imaginary power divided, and you have the imaginary power divided by it. So this one actually is what? The whole thing is actually called sine theta, right? We had a sine theta over here, and sine theta you do mesh that arc sine of this guy. Then that would be your angle, right? That would be your angle, right? That would be your angle. So we would have an angle, okay? So let's try this one. Actually try this one. This one is called angle, right? Get angle. So here let's try point, okay? C1 that get angle. Okay, so that's from it. Right, here is 1 point something, okay? And let's see, the sine is 9 over something, okay? So we don't know how many degree it is, and we do have a pi over here, so let's do this one. We have a radian sin. So radian sin, some sort of radian sins divided by your radian number divided by pi times 180 will be your angle, right? So that's that. So here we should actually divide it by compressed class pi value. Of course, you have in your math class there's a pi, okay, but I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one to show you that is actually a class variable, compressed variable you can use, okay, and that these two will actually need to times 180, okay, so that would be your angle in degree, so it's 60 degrees something. Is that okay? So this one show you a static variable. Is that okay so far? So let me actually send this file to both of you, okay? And you download it and take a look at it. Is that okay? So far the class, okay? Okay, attach to you. Okay, please download it and open it by a editor so you know what I'm doing. Okay, otherwise here I have already accumulated quite many things. Okay, so here we introduce how to build a class, right? And here we have the static variable. We talk about it. Okay, here we have constructor, we have getter, setter. You can set it. Okay, that's not hard. You just do self.real and equals something. That's a setter. Okay. And let's do it. Okay, actually we can do the setter as well. So let's do setter. Okay, getter setter. Okay, define function set real, comma r. Define function set imaginary. Okay, self.ing equals I. Any questions so far? Any question up to here? It's quite clear, right? And I also give you the equal function, add function, toString function that's called reprint. Okay, so that's actually, and constructor no new. Okay, no, don't do new here. Don't do new here. That's the Java or C double plus, and you can do that. And equal sign using equal, S sign, and R add, I add. So there should be another one called left hand side editor. Okay. Oh, left hand side editor can be done by editor. RADD simpleton. Okay, come on, you print simpleton. So there's a RADD. It should be able to check it. Okay, so let's do this one. It actually, you can do it in RADD. Okay, so here if type of other equals here say float. Okay. Let me try. Okay, this one I'm not pretty sure. So I can call a console, Python console here. So Python console, I bring up a Python console. Okay, from tool here you can call Python console. Okay, what's the purpose of calling Python console? Actually, when it happens that there are something that I'm not sure. Okay, so that actually let's do print. Okay, type of 3.5. Okay, then I check it. Oh, okay, it's called float. Okay, so print type of 1. Okay, this one is called int. So this one is not integer. Okay, so it actually is, the other type is a floating point or the integer type. So here we will actually do the following thing. We will do return. Okay, a complex of actually should be other plus self real. Okay, comma self ing. Okay, I'm sorry. I actually add this one to the wrong one. I should not add to the R8. I should add it to the normal add. Okay, because R8 already handle the left hand side stuff. Okay, so R8 actually is adding for complex number on the right, right? That handle the complex number on the right. So actually R8 is to do 4 plus 1 plus 2i. Okay, that's actually R8. Okay, right 8 actually what we want to do is actually 1 plus 2. We want to do left 8. Left 8 means that my complex number on the left plus 4. We want to do this one. Okay, so here the double equal sign For this one, I have something wrong. Okay, so here let's do this one. Let's have C6 equals C1 plus 4. Okay, so let's print my C6. Okay, and here actually I use the type to check. I use the type to check if my other object that's on the right hand side. Okay, on the right hand side, because my 8 is dealing with a complex number plus a right hand side value. Okay, this one is actually R8. Okay, R8 actually is actually called 8. Okay, right 8 is actually a number plus a complex number. This one is on the right. Okay, complex number on the right. So these two are different, and of course 8 also is the left 8 is also a complex plus complex. That's a normal case. So we handle both cases. And here, let's go back to run it, okay? So here we have this one, and let's run it, okay? No attribute image, let me see. No attribute image, self return. It return this one. So other type of other. Oh, it doesn't go to here. I'm sorry. It actually go to here. So that means actually here that's a print type of other. Okay, other should be 4. Okay, let me see. Other should be the 4 one. It say it actually is an integer, right? It actually show me it's an integer. And how comes that it do not type of other actually is an integer? But how comes that this guy doesn't catch it? It should be returned, right? When we type the type of other, it actually is a integer. Right? Let me see. Look at it more carefully. Yeah, this one should be a integer. Let me print one more time, okay? How come it's wrong in this one? Let me see. Return here. So then here, let me see. Here, let me print. And here, suppose it should go into here. It doesn't go into there. So here, if type other equals 4, type other actually is integer class, right? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Actually, it's not a string. I should use it as an object. Okay, I'm sorry. Here I make some mistake. Okay, it's not a string. It actually is a class object. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I make a mistake. It's okay. So you check the type. You cannot use the integer string type. You have to use object type. Just do int here. It's okay. Any question up to here?
No.
So this one actually handle both sides. You know, this side use R8, this side use 8, right? Okay, and remember int or floor. Okay, you will be able to handle it. But here give you an idea of how to build a class. Okay, so we move into the object-oriented programming here. Okay, it's quite a advanced topic. So let's look at these slices. Okay. So here we talk about the object design. Okay. So previously we talked about the data, integer, floating point, string, and string and character is one type, and Boolean type. We only have 4 data types in Python, okay? Integer, float, and also the string, and also Boolean, 4 type, okay? 4 pre-implemented data type. And we have 4 or 5 different compound type, okay? We have list, we have tuple, we have set, we have dictionary. Now we have the class, okay? So class and object, okay? And actually Python is very powerful and it's good for scripting and numerical processing. And Python, everything is an object. Even a number 4 is an object. So we actually can do type 4, and you will see that it actually give you class integer. So when we check it, you have to actually do type of 4 equals int, not single quote int or double quote int. You have to check with the class type int. Is that okay? Then you can detect that that object is of integer type or floating point type, right? And in this chapter, we discuss OOP, okay? It's a better program design modularization. Okay, so what is object? Object is a collection of data field, and it's associated means that we know it already. So this portion same as Java, but different way of declaring it, okay? So what is object? Object is the same. It's a location in the memory to do it, and the variable holding the reference is the same. And the string is the object you can do to lowercase to uppercase, it's lower, upper, okay? So you have 3 things. You have value, type, and identity. Identity is the variable name, okay? So your C1 is identity, type is int, or type is complex, okay, or value, okay? And then you can use type to find it, okay, and compare with the class. So here, actually, we can also go back to here, right? Let's actually use the console again. So go to Tool, Python console, and then here we do cc equals complex of 2, 3, right? There's no complex, so you have to do from complex import star, right? And you do cc equals complex 2, 3, okay? And then you do print, okay, type of cc. It will tell you it actually is complex class in complex module. Complex module means complex.py. Complex class is this class, okay? So the console can be used like this. And actually it is quite useful for Python to develop a program with the help of the console, okay? It's quite different from Java. Java 10 also had this one, but whatever in project, we don't have that. You have to do, if you like this this JBrains project, you can actually do, let's call what? JBrains Java, what's it called in J, okay? Idea. This one is the Java editor, okay, from the same company. You can also download it for free, okay? You can also download it for free for IntelliJ Java, okay? And you will get the same interface, and you will be able to do Python, Java 10, 11. They also give you Java shell. Okay? That's called Java 10 J shell, okay? They'll give you the Java J shell. And Java J shell is the same with this Python console. You will be able to test your object type something in there, okay? So Oracle show you how to do it, okay? Here I'm not going to try to discuss it, but just showing you that the program environment in Python, you will be able to get that. Is that okay? Is that okay? So that's a test ground for you. Okay, so your object will have your Python object will have data field and methods, okay? And in here, we also need to look at encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism for OOP, okay? Same thing. So let's look at class define, okay? So defining the class, Python's class mechanism add classes with the minimum new syntax. So it actually is almost the same as C++ and Modula 3, okay? As C++, Python class members are public and have virtual methods, okay? Virtual method, but virtual method is dynamic method, so it is allowed to do overloading, okay? So we will see that, okay, here. Okay, so defining the class, you do class name, class name, and you can do quote that actually is creating comments. Okay, creating comments. So this one is useless command. And you can do I equals 12. Okay, I equals 12 under the class, that would be a class variable or static variable. Okay, so it is not instance variable. If you define a variable under the class before any function, that is a class static variable. Okay, share a copy of a variable. Okay, so that one we do have. This pi is like that. Okay, it's not an instance field. It is instance field, real or imaginary. You put it over here. Okay, so it's a little bit different from Java. Okay, so we have that, and you can define function, and you see a self. Self is the same with this. Okay, but in Java they don't give you this and then xy. Okay, but in Python they do need to have the self as the first argument. Okay, as the first argument, you need to show the self. Okay, so here we define a class called employee. So employee, you have a command that one double quote, a common base class for all employees. This one is useless. Okay, this one is useless. And then we have integer in constructor and the instance field name and salary. Okay, so this employee count. This one is the class variable, right? It's actually the same as what? The same as if I write it in Java, it will be class, okay, employee, right? And then we do this one, right? And here this guy should be static, okay, and then integer employee count, okay, right? And here this one constructor, I should do employee, right? And then name and the salary, right? And then here I should also do integer name, string name, and also integer salary, and then this that name equals name, this that salary equals salary, and then employee count increase, something like that, okay? But here you need to use a class name for it. Is that okay? It is a static variable, but you actually do need to do this one here, right? How about if I don't do this one, what will happen? If I don't do the employee, what will happen? Say I just do employee count equals 3, what will happen? What does that really mean? Melody, what does this mean? If I don't do employee, I do employee that employee count. I just do write the employee equals 3. What will happen?
Making a new one.
Yes, that will make a new one. And this one effectively just like your Java. Because Python doesn't have a data type. So you write an employee count equals 1, effectively as the same as Java's function constructor name, right? So here that's called function And then here you actually create something called string. I'm sorry, integer employee count equals what? So that become a local variable. So this one is a local variable. Is that okay? In that case, if you don't say it's like class variable, if you don't say it's a class variable, you won't get here. If you actually remove this one become local. Okay, it becomes local variable. And if you actually say it's class variable, it will point into this class variable here. Okay? Is that okay? And this self that it become the object. So basically, self.sin is the object data field. Okay, so you create a new object, C1, the name and salary are here, right? And employee count will be here. It's a class variable, right? And if you do an employee count over here, that becomes a variable inside the function. These are different, okay? Be careful about it, okay? That's an important point. So self is similar to this in Java, okay? And the constructor is underline, init, underline, okay? That's actually a constructor. And creating instance object, you actually no new, okay? No new, but this one will create object, okay? And then we have special classes. So we have underline dictionary, underline DOC, underline name, underline module, okay? Underline basis. Okay, what does this mean? These are variables. So these are variables, and so here we can actually do what? We can do CC print, CC underline DIC. Sorry, CC dot underline DICT underline. So what's that? Oh, okay. I actually CC that underline DICT underline. That's the dictionary for the class. So I have two data field, real and imaginary, two data field associated with my CC object. So this one is a special variable as well. DICT is actually put it into dictionary type. Put it into dictionary type. How about this one? Let's do DD equals CC dot underline DICT. Right, and I print DD. So actually, I actually what convert my object into dictionary. So I can do DD of my double quote the real, and I can print this guy out. So the object itself can be converted to dictionary. Is that okay? Is that okay? So underline dictionary actually give you the dictionary format of the object. Okay, and there's a underline DOC. What's that? So here, let's do this one. Here we talk about here we have command. So that's the triple quote. I am King Edward. Okay, meaning this sentence. So let's do run. Okay, run this guy. Okay, and let me go to my console again. So let's do from complex import star point let's see, no, let's print complex. I'm sorry, let's do this one. Let's do CC equals complex 1, 2, okay, and let's print CC underline underline, underline, DOC, underline, underline. So that will print out your doc string, document string. Oh no, I'm sorry. So let's do this one, print complex dot underline, underline, DOC, underline, underline. It should be class. Oh, I'm sorry. It actually had nothing like that. I may need to quit the environment again, okay? Let me see. I may need to quit it, okay? So let me do help complex. Help complex. Oh yeah. Okay, so get help, let me see. Get help, it would see the functions, okay? Okay. I may need to restart my machine to get this document string be printed, okay? So anyway, here I don't want to waste that time, but here actually is a document reference string of the class. So you have the name, okay? So the name of the class, let's do this one. So here let's do print cc name. There's no such name, so let's do print complex. Okay, it's called complex class. So this one is the class variable. But how about this complex? That under that DOC. So as you can see, it has a lot of hidden stuff in here. So there's a module and then basis, okay? And here we actually do have, we can destroy object for garbage collection, but you can do del function, okay? This one in Python, Java, we don't have a del function to destroy object, but here we do have a destroy function, okay? You can destroy that. So when do we want to destroy that? So here let's do destroy, delete my CC. Okay, then let me do print CC. Oh, okay, you cannot get it, right? It got deleted. So here let me do CC equals complex 23, okay? And I do print CC, the object existing, right? And I do delete CC, so CC is gone. And then print CC can no longer be there, right? It's okay. So del function is release the object. So you give out the memory spaces. And this one is not available in Java. Java, you just assign null to your object and you will create a garbage collection. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Julie, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure, okay? So next one here is you can do delete and you will actually delete an object. And in that case, you will decrease the count of the object, okay? So atom and the molecule is a chemistry, okay? So you can create a class called atom, and there's an atom number, and then XYZ. XYZ is your location, XYZ, okay? So self.atom number that actually is an instance available. Position is also in the instance available. And you can create a 3-tuple to the position, okay? That's fine. And you can put into the symbol table. So atom number to symbol self.atom. So the atom number put into there, you will return that to get a symbol, right? And then you can reprint. Reprint is for toString function, okay? And you do print. So overloaded the default constructor, and then, okay, this actually we don't repeat it, okay? So your molecule is a, say, H2O, right? Molecule is not atom, so you have H2O. So you're supposed to have a name, say water or whatever. An atom list, you should have H and O, right? That's different atom. So it add atom into your atom list. Okay, and you can print now the molecule as well. So you can do molecule, create a name is water, atom number is 8, okay? And XYZ, you get 0, 0, okay? And then something like that, okay? You create that, okay? 3 atoms. So you add 3 atoms. So atom 1, that's oxygen, location 0, 0, 0. You have hydrogen, 1, atom number 1, 0, 0, 1, okay? H, 0, 1, 0, okay? So what's that? You actually add 2 atoms. And if we have something called XYZ, right? Your oxygen is over here, right? Your hydrogen is actually over here. I'm sorry, it's actually Y and Z. So actually one over here, one over there. So if this one is X direction, Y direction, Z direction, okay? So that's molecule class, okay? And let's look at this project, okay? So let me open another project, okay? So let me open the new project and go to my directory, go to Python class, go to OOP, okay? Go to PyDev, go to OOP0, go to, let me see, chapter 1, okay? Go to molecule class, okay? So let's open the molecule class. Open in a new window. So it's more robust, so I can have multiple windows. So here I have a molecule class. The name is this one. So here you available, you can have a default value. Okay, what's default value? So for default value is, if we go to our complex number, real and imaginary, here I can put a 0. I can put a 0 over here, okay? That's called default value. So what's that for? Here, actually, if I actually have a C7 equals complex number, right? And I do not pass any variable into there, and I do print my C7, that I will actually get 0, 0, okay? Is that okay? Now I'll get 0, 0. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So if I do C8 equals complex 1.0, what will happen? What will happen to complex only one variable? Will it be assigned to real or imaginary? Melody, will it be assigned to real or imaginary?
Real.
Of course, real is the first complex number, right? But if I only want to do assign it to the complex number, imaginary number, what should I do? I should do my I equals 1.0. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And can we do this one? Can we do C10 equals complex number I equals 10, R equals 20. Out of order assignment. So your parameter can be positional assignment, can be assigned by name. Is that okay? Pretty flexible in Python, okay? Got it? Any function, okay? Any function. If you don't get actually, if you don't get actually assign a name for the variable value, you will be following the order. If you only have 2, you will assign to the first 2 parameter. Okay? You will have 5, you will assign to the first 5 parameter. Any question? Any question?
No.
No? So pretty interesting, right? It actually is different from our Java. So Java actually is not really that flexible, okay? We use it because it is a language for good educational purpose. It's so good. And Python, you see, sometimes I run into trouble because actually I forget something and I actually don't know what's going on. So Python actually sometimes I run into trouble, so I need to use my console to remind myself, okay, this one I run into some trouble. If I read the error message, actually sometimes I don't understand it. Okay, so console is pretty useful sometimes. Okay, and Java's one actually, Java's compiler actually is more straightforward, more self-explanatory, so I can understand it better. So Python, Java is a good educational language. In terms of commercial use or everyday programming, I would say I personally like Python more. Okay. So here you can have a namespace. Okay, namespace actually a namespace, a module in Python. What does this really mean? What does this really mean? Actually, let's do this one. Okay. Class is a namespace. Okay, so let's do this one. That's actually not using this one. Let's do this one. We have a complex class, right? So here, let's do this one, create a new one. So let's do F1 over here, okay? So here I have A equals 3, okay? And let's save it. Okay. And actually, let me actually do create another one. And I do F2, file 2, okay? A equals 4, okay? And these two actually I save. Okay. So here if I do another one, let me actually create another one. Let's do under here, let me actually create another file called F3. Okay. So this F3 actually do import F1, okay, and from F2 import everything. Okay, let's do this one. Print A. Which one will be used? I import 3 or 4. Which one? Julia, which one will be used?
The
F1 or F2? F1 is 3, F2 is 4.
F2.
F2. Why? 4. Yeah, it's F2. So this one actually is merging namespace. This one not merging namespace. Okay. So if I want to do the F1, I need to do print F1.a. Okay. So let's run this one. Okay. So F1.a, I get 3. Okay. How about if I do print print F2.a? Is that okay? That's not okay. That's actually not okay. That's actually not okay. When you merge, it's merged. Okay? When it merge, it actually merge. So f2.a, you cannot get it. When you merge the namespace, your file 2 and file 3, the namespace merged. Okay, that's what we say here. Class is a namespace. Module has its own namespace. So if from something you import something, you will actually get it. So here, sometimes if I have say d equals dictionary, right? These are a equals 0, right? These b equals 1, right? Dictionary c actually equals 2, right? So I can actually do, say, print d. Okay, that actually is fine. I can print d. So you print out dictionary. But sometimes I like to do pp print, pretty print. Okay, so I can do pretty print. So here, if I do pretty print of my d, it's not okay. It's not okay this way. I don't have pp print. So, well, I import pp print. How comes I cannot use it? You have to do pp print, pp print. Then this case is okay. You call a pp print function from your pprint. Okay, so this one is not merging space. This one also not merging. Not merging means that your module name need to be called when you do it. Okay, so here actually if you do from mass import your star. So here actually let's actually get this one. So you already import everything from mass library. Okay, so because you import everything from mass library, so here in principle, I should be able to do square root of 2. That is actually fine, okay? Square root of 2 is actually fine if you do this one, right? If you don't do this one, you don't do from mass, you don't merge the namespace, you say import mass, the SQRT cannot be run, because you don't have this one. So you have to do mass.square root to say that which namespace you are talking about. Is that okay? So from something import star actually will merge the namespace. Import, you don't merge the namespace. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and here one more thing. I can do import mass as m. What's that for? That actually I don't like to use mass. That's too long. I just call it m. That's actually okay. So sometimes actually I do import say numpy as np, right? So ARY equals np.array. Okay. Let me see. Only 2 non-keyword accepted. Okay, so let's do this one. 1, 2. Okay. Data type not understood. Okay, let me see. NumPy array. NumPy maybe has 1D array. Let me check. Okay. Yeah, there are so many data types. Sometimes I just forget. Okay, sorry for that. I went too slow. Let me try it one more time. Okay. I typed it wrong. So numpy 1D array. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You need to put numpy array. You need to put list in there. Okay, I'm sorry. So actually, you need to put the list in there. Okay, that's creating a numpy array. Okay, the numpy array. So here I import a numpy as np. So here you may have a longer name for the module, but inside here you want to have single character or double character into there, and it will be better. The purpose of this one, merging and not merging, you have to be careful, okay? So merging has some advantage and some disadvantage. When you merge, actually, if you here you have file 1, you have file 2. If you merge it, the 2A actually is the same A. Sometimes they are conflict. So actually that's not suggested to always from something import everything. Okay, you will merge the namespace. So this A and this A, either way is the same A. It may not be good. So sometimes you would rather to use the import F1, right? And also import F2, and then you can do F1.A assigned to something, F2.A assigned to something. That would be treated as a separate A. Okay? If you merge together, it will be the same A. Then you will create some crosstalk sometimes. But sometimes your file name is a module file name is like computer science. Okay, that's too long, right? So you would rather to do import computer science as CS. Is that okay? That would actually give you a shorter name. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that actually is why so namespace is a new idea, but namespace, remember in C, C++, you'll see it again. In Java, we have it. We do have it. We do have it in Java. Here you actually do import this different thing. So right here you can do this guy called called scanner. In case that you don't import it, okay? In case that you don't import it, actually you don't have the same namespace. So in that case, how can I do it? I don't have the scanner, so I do need to do java.util.scanner. So java.util.scanner. So here I can compile. Okay, there are some other wrong. Okay, there are some other wrong. I don't care some other wrong. But at least this line is correct. Okay. At least this line is correct. So you need to do your package name, your module name, and your class name to do something. Because I do not import it, I do not merge their namespace. Okay. And usually you like to merge namespace in Java. So you don't need to write that java.util too many times. Is okay? And Java is well defined, so we seldom want to do the same way that we do it in Python. Because Python merging the namespace, sometimes you will have a side effect that you cannot predict. Is that okay? Is that okay so far? So Python, when you dig deeper, actually it's not that easy. But we do want you to actually learn the OOP in Python. Okay, so we are going one by one here. So atom class, modular class, we finished that. Namespace, utility class. Okay, so mass class is utility. We know that. Random class is another. Okay, so class is a data class. We know this already. Okay, data class we know it already. And there's a unit test called Python PyUnit, okay, but we don't do it here, okay. Class variable and the instance variable. So Python classes suppose full object-oriented programming model. So we have class instance level of the data and the method. Okay, so here your instance method you do accept that, and it allows multiple inheritance. It allows multiple inheritance, different from Java. Java you can only do single inheritance, multiple interfaces, but Python you don't have interfaces, so it allows multiple inheritances. Okay, it allows it. Okay, so what we would do here actually is that let's do here for inheritance. Okay, let me teach you some inheritance. So here in the same here, let me do class A. Class A is a class A. Okay, when we do have define, okay, underline init, okay, underline self, and I do self that A data equals here let's do A, okay, assign it to it, okay. That's my A class, okay, pretty simple A class. And then let's do, okay, I only want to do define REPR, okay, reprint one, okay. And here I actually do return A, self.A, okay. So this one actually is my class A, okay. So how about I create another one called B class. So class B, here I would actually extend my A, so I have a parenthesis A over here. Okay, so here let's do this one. So Python inheritance, you have a parent class, so you have person class, self, okay, a child class, parenthesis, the parent class. So you don't do extend, you have the inheritance, but we actually don't get it, all right? So you need to do from A import start, okay? So you will see the A class. So here let's do define init. Here you need to do super that underline init. Here you put 5. Let's do A. So here you should have a variable A and B. Okay. Let me try again. Okay, let me try to retype this one. And then I init. Okay. And here you should do self.b equals b. Okay, so here you should do define underline REPR, okay, underline. And here we do this one, and we do return, okay, double quote, percentage D, percentage A, self, A, and then actually comma self.d, and here don't have a star. Okay, And here we do have a main function. Okay, AA equals A of 5. BB equals B of 3 and 4. Print AA, print BB, if underline name equals underline name from main function. So we actually write a program. You have to run the parent class constructor, but this one similar to super A, okay, in Java. Let's run this guy, okay? Let me see, super A requires super object receive integer. Let me see. Let me see, okay? And my super class, A class, receive integer. Let me see. And here, actually, student class, okay. Init function, you do person that init. You can do super, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Here you need to do, well, it's actually quite complicated. You have to do super parentheses for that, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, this one actually is quite detailed. Return non-string type, okay, let me see. Integer, D. Hey, how comes that? Okay, let me do a, okay, this one, sorry, this one actually should be, the problem come from here, okay? So here, that's still percentage D, okay? Go back, let's save all, okay? Go back to my B class and run it, okay? Is that okay so far? So this one is the inheritance. B class inheritance A class. Okay? Any question? So A class is a super class. You have constructor, assign value to it. You have two string function. B class, you inherit A class, so you put the A over there, but you need to import it, okay? Otherwise, you cannot see it. It's different from Java. Java in the same directory, you will see. Here, you need to do from something, import something, okay? And then you have a constructor. You want to call the super class constructor, you have to do super parentheses to do your super class and put the constructor from the super class to here. Okay? Any question? Melody, are you okay?
Yeah.
Is that clear enough or?
That's pretty clear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, actually, so here you have so as you can see, it all have a different feature from Java, but there are quite many differences. Okay, let's do this one. So we have overall total that actually is a class variable, class attribute. You do data attribute or instance variable, you need to do self of. Okay, that created, and you usually put into this put into your constructor. If you put into setter, you will still get it, but it will be a runtime things. But we really don't want to do that. Okay. Here you can also put you can also use a that class overall total That actually is a class variable, okay? Something like that. So you have global variable, you have class variable, you have instance variable. What is a global variable? Global variable means what? Some variable is called global variable, like this one. This one is global variable. A is global variable. How about this one? How about this one? If here actually I do define an x function, right? I do a equals 5, right? And here I do print a, and here I do print a, I do my x function, okay? So 4 will be printed and then 5 will be printed. Yeah, so this a is a local variable and this one is a global variable. Is that okay? Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
But here, if I say global, I say this A is global. So here I set it to be 5. I print A, that will be 5. This one, A declared as global. So that A is this A. Set to 4, that's correct. But here I actually update it to 5. So here you will print out 5, 5, 5. Okay. Is that okay? So here this one is a global variable, here is local variable, but I declare this A is a global variable, so this A is the same as this A, and both are 3, we will print out 5, 5, 5. If I don't have this one, I should print out 4, 5, 4. I'm sorry, 5, 4, 5. Okay, let me see. Okay, I wrong X. I'm sorry. You print out 5, 4, 5. Okay. Any question? Any question about this global variable?
Nope.
So you have global variable, you have class variable, you have instance variable. Okay, be careful. That's actually is of different scope. Okay. So let's see. That's the scope. Okay. And then we have a person class with different things over here. Okay, let me see. Okay, define and using the class. So here it has a person class. Okay, so here exercise 1. I would want you guys to work on this one. Okay, a person class with person, self name, surname, self, age, whatever, email. Okay, remember I want you to do this one. So let me actually make copy. So you create your own class. Okay, because quite late already. So I actually would expect you to work on this one for the next week, okay, before next week. So you can create some sort of class by yourself, okay? And we have too many topics. Probably I'm not going to be able to finish everything this week, okay? For this OOP, it's a big topic anyway. So that's the exercise 1. And the answer is over here, okay? You actually please construct a class for this one, okay? So the instance attribute, as you see, I probably more than half of my lecture has not been finished yet, okay? It's quite long. Probably we'll go back next week. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that we can finish this one today. It's actually quite long, okay? Okay, so good night then. Any question? No question?
No.
Okay.
Thank
Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye bye.